Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these badass mother effing Fords that we all like to drive, this is your All-Terrain Nation presented by White Knuckle Off-Road Products. And they make some rock sliders. If you're into off-roading like we are, and we're about to test our products out, we're going to Windrock here in a couple weeks.
We are.
They all they ask is what, Kelly?
All they ask is you to check out their website. And if you decide to purchase from them, just let them know ATN sent you. We don't have any discount codes or anything like that. We just like to let the sponsors speak for themselves.
Well, they're a small American company just doing the best they can, and I was not going to ding them for a hey, use ATN, get 10% off or something, because man, I don't know about you, the economy seems a little rough right now. This one here, she's finally officially out of work, and well, enjoying the lifestyle, right? The sleep-in lifestyle.
Somebody asked me yesterday, was like, how's it going? I was like, I don't really know yet. It hasn't quite 100% kicked in that I don't have a job, because I keep still getting like paychecks. So I'm like kind of weirded out by that. But yeah, it's a little different. I'm not sure what to do with my day. So
yes. And Michael Nice, moment of silence for the Bengals. Yes, my Bengals looked horrid yesterday. And I'm just going to say this because we're on YouTube. So YouTube now has the Sunday ticket on NFL packages, and they gave me 15 minutes. They knew what they were doing. They knew specifically on me.
Did.
They were like, if we give David Boyd 15 mintes of that game, he's going to sign up for the rest of it. And
he's going to go ask Mama Bear.
I did the call of shame. So I'm doing this. I'm like, hey, Kelly. And this is about how I sounded too, didn't it?
It was like, hey, babe.
Yeah.
Would you care if I got the Sunday ticket? And I was like, how much is the Sunday ticket?
Yeah, I said, don't ask.
I said, let me shop around. Give me a minute. And I saved us $100.
She did. And I got to see my Bengals get their ass beat. But that's not we're not going to hear about NFL talk. But if you happen to know that, I don't think anybody's commented that the background changed.
Yeah, they did last week.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've added a few things, and a gnat here that I swear we have a mascot that is a gnat.
Which is crazy because you don't do much up here. I don't know why. He just hangs around.
Maybe he's looking for the booze.
Maybe.
But this is your Ford Talk Live, man. And we got a few things to talk about. We've had a week of Ford. We got to do many things. Obviously, Mustang, and there's some Bronco involved. And then I'm jealous because we're not at the Detroit Auto Show, which kicks off, I think, officially tomorrow. So a lot of press events. Then I'll be trying to cover them from my mobile setup. So hopefully we can break some news with you guys. Obviously, we do know the new F-150 is coming out. But how can we talk about things? You guys, I seen there was some Maya updates and stuff. And we can't just talk about Maya updates, Kelly.
Nope.
We got to bring in the Maya's buddy, Miss Allie. What's going on, Allie?
Her parent.
Her parent.
Her parent? Is that what we're going to call you now?
Yes. You're her parent.
What if they were pirates? Would they be
parents? I don't know.
But anyways, you can see Maya's back there. She's relaxing. She's chilling. And she's living her best life ever there. What's up, Maya?
She's like,
can you sing? She's like, no, I don't want to sing.
She's like, I want to talk to you.
That is one thing she has not done since she has got home is speak, sing, nothing. So
really? Aw.
Yeah. So we are hanging out.
Well, good.
We're taking it day by day.
I see her bed is nice and front and center back there. So
does she lay in it?
No.
Yeah, they don't.
No,
what is that about?
She was laying in it before the show when I was talking to Allie.
Yeah, she will for like a few minutes, but I think with the medicine she's on, because like she used to all the time. But I think with the medicine she's on, I think she's just very uncomfortable and she doesn't really know like what's
going to make her comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have not cried today. So
well, that's good. And we're not going to make you cry. So long story short, Maya's doing pretty well considering. Okay. And she has an appointment this week, right?
Yeah, she gets she goes to Michigan State University on Thursday. And Michigan State to us is literally like the best facility you can take them to.
Nice.
Well, this is going to be the only time you're going to hear me say go MSU. So
yeah, go there. Trust me, same. It is the only time you will see me talk nicely of MSU.
She needs a little green collar to go there.
Yeah.
But Nope.
She can't even get it. Nope. See, she can't even get a Spartans.
That's the thing. I cannot support the Spartans, but I will
can't
give
do
them my money to fix my dog.
Yes.
Like, that is about it. Like, and I will say the same over like Ohio State University too. Like, if they had a top thing, like, I don't care, feelings aside, if you're the best, I don't care. But like, when everything happened, I think I've been to 6 different vets.
Oof.
I put over 1,000 miles on the Bronco.
Oh, wow.
I went into pure panic mode as soon as I got 2 vets telling me the worst news possible.
Mm-hmm.
But they told me she had a week up to a month, and we are here at a week, and she's here. So I am
seemed
thankful.
fairly happy when I saw her. I mean, obviously she's drugged up a little bit, but
yeah, she goes up and down. So she can't stay home alone.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom very generously stayed with her today. While I was at work from 9 to 8. So
wow.
Plus travel time and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very thankful for that. But it's literally, we're just taking it day by day. So
well, that's
so keep all the happy puppy thoughts in.
And if
in
you're
your
watching
mind.
this, Allie's dog a week ago had a little tumor pop up, a brain tumor, and it just out of the blue, nothing was expected. And if you go to her social medias, it's pretty easy to find you on social media, Allie. You're fairly popular on social media. So
my name.
right.
Actually, the very funny thing is my mom didn't realize how popular my dog was.
Right.
And she had seen so she has a bar, and she had seen someone just in passing. He's like, "Oh my God, how's Wolf Dog?" She's like, "What?" Like,
how do you know Wolf Dog?
Yeah, she's just like, okay. Like, it was just very funny. So
yeah.
She's okay. She's not great. She's not awful. We're taking it a day at a time. I hope I have longer than a week. I know I'm on borrowed time now, but we're going to live it up as best as we can, and we'll figure out what MSU has to say. I'm hoping for a miracle on Thursday, so we'll find out.
Well, I'm really hoping for the best for you guys, and I know that's a tough situation. She's your best friend there, and you go over.
I don't have kids. She's my kid, so.
Right, right. So go over, seriously, go check on Allie's social medias if you have not done that yet, and just show some love to Wolf Dog over there.
Yeah, she's been doing some Wolf Dog updates on there, so definitely check them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check it out, and there's Puppers right there. Looks like she's enjoying the ride, and go support her that way. And that's all we can ask for. And I'm not really a religious guy, but I pray for the best, whatever's out there. I hope
that's how I am. And I thought it was really nice for Bronco Nation's one. They did a little shout out to her too. And Jordan's just like, I don't know what you do, whatever you do, just say something nice type of a thing. And I'm just like, that's the one thing I'm very grateful for is everyone who's reached out and said something. Like, if I've never talked to you before, like, it's just been really nice because it's like this is the lowest that I have been. I am not a crier, and I have cried more in the last week than I think I have in the last 15 years.
I'm sure.
Maya is almost 11. All of her vets thought she was 6. So
really,
wow. So that was like the number that they thought based on all her labs and everything.
Yes. And when I told them that she was 11, they were shocked. So yeah, I think that was kind of more the gut wrench thing because I'm like, I've done everything. Right. And you're telling me she's gonna go from a tumor.
Right.
So, but what can you do? So we're just gonna live her. She has ice cream in the freezer. She has had hand-cooked food all week. She did get a steak. Someone did ask me if she was getting a steak. She got a steak. She got a burger. She got cooked turkey, rice, and cheese. She loves cheese. She's had chicken. So, yeah.
Well, and ice cream most days, right?
Oh, at least once a day.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
I've
seen your post
if
how
she's
many
going,
ice
I'm
creams.
giving her whatever she wants.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So no, I definitely appreciate it. Everyone's been like so beyond nice, and it's been really nice to hear from everything and not be super alone. So
Well, Rev Nation, if you will hit me up on Instagram, I'll tell you our setup. By the way, I don't want to bore people here. Let's see what is up, Mr. Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, who is in Detroit covering the Detroit Auto
Living
Show.
our dream right now.
Yeah,
Super
total
jealous.
FOMO right now, Tim.
I really wish I got a pass from Friends of Ford, but I did not. So
It's so weird. You're right next to this place.
That's crazy.
You can't, and then they
That
fly
I
people
can't-
in.
Ford, if you're listening, I just want to go to these. That's all I ask. Like, apparently,
Yeah. You didn't say, hey,
Apparently
give me
I
a
can't.
$50 gas card.
She doesn't even need the box lunch. She'll just
No,
take
I
the
don't-
entrance.
yeah.
Well,
Seriously.
I know they do watch these things from time to time, so maybe
I'm
maybe they'll
begging
reach out.
you to please send me to one.
Allie could use a little getaway at the moment.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, Paul Elliott says, I want to eat at Allie's. Yeah, same. We were actually talking tonight. It was like, what are we doing for dinner? And like, we are on the go. Even though we're not as busy as we normally are at this time of the year, you know, we're on the go. But so we were sitting there going, what are we doing for dinner? And this weekend I had actually gone grocery shopping. Well, if you count
I
Kroger
had
pickup.
frozen chicken.
There you go.
She's eating like the diva she is. I am not eating that well. Today's
Well,
the
I was
first
sitting
time
there,
I
we were
actually
like-
had a full meal. So
Right. Well, we were like, what are we going to eat? And he was like, I don't know. I'm so tired of like eating food out. Like, because we typically do that where we eat a lot out. And I was like, you know what? We have stuff for hoagies in the
Yeah.
we have stuff for hoagies in the cabinet. And like, you forget how nice those like easy meals are until you actually have them. And then you're like, oh, this is so good. Like, I forget how good this is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So believe it or not, this is a Ford talk show, but
Right.
Maya
Wolf
/
Pup
food
is family.
/ everything.
Yeah.
She's pretty much the official mascot of the show. It seems like everybody asks
I
about her
know.
on here. So
For sure.
I want to throw this out here real quick and show you guys.
Tim will be in Detroit too.
I know Tim's in here right now.
I know. No, I mean Tim Burt's.
Oh, nice. But so we had this little graphic made of the Mustang. We're going to do a t-shirt or something with this on there. I know I've got some keychains coming that I'm sure Kelly will be actually put it on the keychain for the Mustang.
Yeah.
So, right.
I don't even have a house key on the keychain for the Mustang.
Right. So our buddy over at Auto Nation Illustration did this for us, and looks really cool, man. Now Kelly was getting a little nitpicky with it, just a little bit. We're not gonna bring it up, but Miss Artiste over here was
Just saying.
Was kind of critiquing it. And speaking of critiquing things, we got the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that drinks whiskey like I do, Mr. Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk.
With the fancy ice cube tonight.
Cheers, Tim.
Ooh,
Cheers,
fancy.
cheers. Picky ass. What's going on there, Kelly? What's going on there, Picky?
Howdy.
Well, how is
So-
Detroit right now, buddy?
Yeah, welcome to Detroit. This is Detroit. There you go. There
That
it
is not Detroit, just for the record.
Detroit. Oh, I could close the closet. My laundry hanging out there.
It's ambiance.
Dirty
It's
laundry,
his
though.
fancy hotel.
Dirty laundry is actually well taken care of. No problems there. So yes,
What's the word? What's the word on those mean streets of Detroit, man? I know Ford's got something coming up. What's going on up there?
Oh, we're just drinking and getting drunk. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
Damn it.
We appreciate
Living the dream.
That's
No,
what
I
everyone
know.
did last time too. So
So there's a Ford event tonight that some influencers in town talking to them a little bit. We a group of us journalists escaped dinner and had some pizza
Nice.
at a very nice place off.
Was it
the,
Detroit style?
So my friend Nicole Wakeland and I did have Detroit style. We wanted to have
Okay.
it, so we had that. So I've had far too many whiskeys or far too little, depending how you look at things. And we did the Ford today at a secret location, and so we have to bring it later on tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And so we're just enjoying the evening here in the D-Town. I will tell you that there was a hilarious conversation tonight because they had two whiskeys at the open bar at Detroit, the Ford event. One was Evan Williams. Is all right. And then they had Dickel.
Which
And
is made
so-
literally like 15 minutes from my house.
Right.
Right, and we had some very inappropriate comments about Dickel.
Well, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So straight Dickel was going on quite a bit. Anyways,
Oh.
so there's a great night here in Detroit of lots of going on.
Well,
And I was watching my son play Rocket League, and I can't get into that. I know David got.
I tried with your son. I tried to play Rocket League with Tim's son,
and he kicked your butt, I think.
Yeah, he did, and then he wanted to critique it. I was like, I just want to play and have fun, man. I'm not here for the beatdown.
My son is on a mission. So I was sitting there watching the Jets game, listening to guys live stream, and it's very well. I'll hop on. So yeah.
What's the score so far?
So I don't know. Tomorrow, I have to tell you something. I have to tell you the most brilliant thing ever.
He's a few whiskeys in, remember?
I can see.
I had some water at some point. At the yes, Allie, it's fine. It's okay. We're not married. It's okay. I go to bed. It's fine. The bed is literally. I'm going to bed right there. Like I just go to bed, crash. It's fine. I'm literally the YouTuber with the bed right behind him.
Welcome, Allie, to Tim.
Yes, hi, Allie. It's fantastic. So yeah, I mean,
imagine press trips with him. This is essentially it.
That would be great.
Right?
Yes.
Fun times.
No, not happening. Anyways, no, but I'm gonna hold on. Let me stream to the audience because this is a good story. So I'm gonna stream to the audience. We go live with Dave.
Oh, now Tim's got to share it with his audience.
Dave and Kelly at alt. I'm gonna do ATN. All right, there we go. So save changes. All right.
I look to try to get us a black license plate while Tim's doing his thing.
You get like
and
14.
ATN isn't available.
You get 14 times more fans. It's fine. Anyways. So
hey, I'm a leader in the Mustang world now, sir. Just so you know. Watch who you're talking to. I have Mustang powers
on correctly, but that's fine. Anyways, so this hotel has the greatest thing ever. It's got a golf simulator in the basement.
Oh no!
Right, and I'm like, holy crap! Well, cow. Let's just go cow at this night. You can insert your particular statement there. Anyways, so I've decided that tomorrow, I'm making this announcement tomorrow on the channel. People watching on my YouTube channel, whatever you guys are getting on. Tomorrow,
breaking news,
are doing a quasi 100,000 subscriber thing. So, Allie, I'm going to assume that you don't know and Dave's being loud. Anyways, so Allie, we're doing a 100,000 subscriber challenge. I'm going to run 5K with Jill, and she has played 9 holes of golf with me. Jill runs marathons. I do not. Jill hates golf, and I play a lot of golf.
I hate running.
Fantastic. So what we're doing tomorrow, I'm making an announcement right now on your channel, going live to my audience on YouTube, is that tomorrow we're going to run a 1 mile on a treadmill, and then we're going to hit some balls in a simulator as a quasi tuning up event for a huge 100,000 subscriber challenge. So,
well, you were very
I'm
very
not
close.
Far from Detroit. I'm half tempted to go downtown.
We're going over. My friend Jordan Goulson wants to come hit golf balls with us. We're gonna have a good time. So yeah, we're gonna have a great time. Allie, show up. We're gonna run on a treadmill. You have to take turns. There's like two treadmills.
2 treadmills.
So, but you have to run, and then you have to take golf balls, and we're gonna drink beer, whiskey, whatever.
I suck at running, but I play golf. So.
Oh my goodness, you're hired. I'm sorry. I mean, you're fine. It's good. It's good.
Hey! Quit trying to steal our talent.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Jeez.
Yes. Show me your Tito's. All right. Anyways. So what we're looking at here is I'm on the road. Yeah. Right. Anyways. So that's the big thing. So tomorrow morning or afternoon or before 5:30 at some point, we're going to run and then hit golf balls.
Nice. And so how close are you right now? Last time we talked, you were 98 somewhere, something like that.
Oh, we're at now. So yeah. So I mean, it increases incrementally. So
right.
98,315.
So
wow,
you were very close. And I started hanging out with Tim when he was around 5,000 subs. So this is Tim's had a massive unfortunately, COVID was pretty big for you. I mean, for COVID.
Fortunate for him, unfortunate for the rest.
Like,
Yes.
it really helped
So,
you.
Yeah,
and
COVID was a good thing for me. It definitely
Yeah,
was.
you got one more.
Woo!
Woo! 98,360.
Can I have a badge number?
No.
Yes, you're 9,000. So Tim, obviously Ford, I know you can't talk much about it due to reasons, but we've seen the truck. I mean, Ford, what is up with Ford here? Like, we won't get into the truck specifically, but what is up with them? Don't even badge their vehicles anymore. They're just like, F it. We're just going to drive them down the streets of Detroit. Who cares? You'll see it when you see it. And then they do this.
They knew auto show was coming. They knew people are going to take pictures. So they're doing it just to stir the pot.
Yeah, but I don't know, for like guys like Tim who fly in for these specific events, like it kind of sucks as a journalist, because you're like, cool, now, other than you get to walk around it, get in, look at it, do stuff like that. But it's just one of those like, cool, we've seen it now, Ford. I mean, they didn't hide the Mustang. Is this something new that you think manufacturers are going to do? Be like, hey man, we're tired of the spy photography, all of our own people selling pictures. Like,
Dave, are you fun at parties too?
I am at fun at parties, sir.
I love it because our viewers are like, screw the car talk. I'm loving this. Let's just have social hour. And Dave's all like, tell me more about these vehicles.
I'm trying to.
Hashtag Buzzkill Dave. Good Lord.
Here's what's funny, Tim, is that I used to be the buzzkill. Like, when we got together, I was all like prim and proper and everything. And like, he likes to tell people he got the stick out of my butt from that perspective.
But at least
get back up here.
At least you wear a hat correctly, for crying out loud.
Right. I know. He wears his backwards. Like,
I'm Dave. What's going on? Let's talk about all terrain and Mustang. Because it's fantastic. Because it's such a big great.
I'm so glad I hopped on this tonight.
Good Lord.
Dave, come back.
No, it's not a damn buzzkill. Jesus Christ. There are things you guys. So look, sit down here, Padawan. So there are things.
The last thing I heard was sticking my butt. I don't know where we're going.
Here's a damn Padawan. Oh, they went away for a second. Anyways, the things you see versus what they've done are different.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the separation between Dave and Kelly. It's like. Anyways, so the things you see what they have done is so much different. So keep in mind, they haven't shown you all the tricks yet. There are more tricks, and there's more. I will say this: Ford incrementally improves their products, but in this case, I think they've done the right kind of incremental things. Is it a full refresh of the truck? No. Is it an improvement? Yes, because Ford does that. So it's a Mustang boy. So they make.
Are you saying they're not taking the Nissan approach to building trucks?
He just called you Mustang boy.
Yeah, there you go, Kelly. Thank God you caught that one. Anyways, there's things happening tomorrow night. It's gonna be a fantastic time. There's influencers here, fans here, getting a great time. We're gonna play golf tomorrow. It's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait for that. Happy to see how much Joe sucks at golf. And then we have the event that night, and then Wednesday auto show. And there's some details on the auto show that wait a minute, Dave, you don't know that are impacting a vehicle you used to own, Dave.
I've owned a lot of it.
That's true.
So I'm assuming it's a Gladiator news.
Are you assuming? I think
I'm assuming.
We've owned many different vehicles.
So it could be a Nissan.
Okay. I know what it is. The stupid hard body BS.
Wow.
No, because me and Tim's been going at
it.
Do what?
How do you really feel about the Nissan?
Like, tell me how you really feel without telling me how you really feel.
Me and Nissan are in good terms right now. I don't want to ruin it. They've given me a few vehicles recently, so all things good with Nissan. And welcome to.
But you are welcome to opinion.
Laura, Nissan's stupid.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they are.
But they all are. Let's be honest.
I love my hometown brand, but
Ford
sometimes
has their moments. GM has their moments. Let's be honest.
I mean, it's a business,
with
guys.
Bronco, we have
like
the freaking 50 Shades of Grey. So
well, and here's the thing: it's like we talk about like doctors. Doctors are practicing medicine. Sometimes they don't get it right? So like
Tim's a practicing
it's the
journalist.
same. Just remember, I didn't say it, Tim.
We've been fighting
weird,
about
guys.
this hard
I think
thing.
Maya needs to be hold on.
You know, it's imitation, serious form of flattery. It's fine, Dave. Yeah.
Hey, you wear your hat forward. I wear my hat backwards.
He already talked about your hat while you were
I
gone.
heard him
I got an
downstairs.
itch in my face at the moment. I can't.
Can't just quite get that itch off there, could
I
you?
got both fingers now. Let's go. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've had to do that too. The itch just won't go away sometimes, especially with this one.
Well, welcome to Ford Talk Live.
Steve P says everybody's booking parties to fly or booking flights to party with Tim.
Dave, look a little red in the cheeks there. The blushing a little bit. What's going on there?
I'm trying to figure out if someone can watch Maya tomorrow. So
Anyway,
I have zero fun at press trips.
no, Tim's
No.
horrible.
it looks awful.
Zero. Yeah.
Speaking of, we have Texas State Fair coming up. Me and you will both be there.
As will I.
And
Be there.
I'm assuming I'll actually get to see this Ford product in a couple weeks. So
Time to cancel that flight.
yeah. How do you keep Tim away from things you want to see?
You just say Dave's going.
Awkward.
I'm not splitting a hotel room with you again. I told you many
Hey.
times.
Wait, when did that happen? Shh.
Well, just let you know, Kelly.
Must have been those
Anyways.
times that I fell asleep.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Dave took off.
Between 2 to 4 in the afternoon. What's up? I'm sorry. What? Oh, sorry.
But so Tim,
Yeah.
any other manufacturer? Everybody's been quiet, man. I mean, anything else popping? I know Nissan has their little thing on the 14th. Anything else kind of popping for the? Because the Detroit Auto Show was fun. I've never been to it. I can't say it's been fun.
I
But
have.
When it was in winter, it seemed like they did so many major releases there. It was kind of the Super Bowl for North American auto shows, and then COVID. Right, they go to do a summer show. COVID happens, screws up that. 2 years later, they bring the show back. How is it looking so far? There's no presidential visit, so that's good.
Thank the
Oh, thank
Lord.
God. No, yeah.
That was awful last year.
At Chicago is terrible. So F-150 Fest is tomorrow night. I mean, we know it's F-150 is tomorrow night. I'm pulling up the press conference schedule on my iPad. So Cadillac has an exhibit. We're thinking it's an EV. GMC has an exhibit. That is probably going to be the idea. So Jeep has an exhibit. You know what that's going to be. And then Mustang bred to race. So not a lot going on tomorrow. Ram won't do something. There are some rumors I heard through the grapevine that Ram pulled back the Ram 1500 because a new F-50 was going to be revealed in Detroit, which happens a lot in the industry. Right. Some brand knows something else. They pulled it back. Chevy and GMC have nothing going on. There is an embargo tomorrow morning for a vehicle, not to be said. And there's that's about it going on. The sad part with the show is that it used to be really cool and it used to be amazing. And so as journalists, I feel like I want to go to the shows to hopefully help bring them back to the glory they were. I just saw a press conference. I just saw a back in time image of a Jeep Grand Cherokee blasting through the glass in Kobo. Yeah. And Ram did that, blasting the glass to the glass. Jeep actually decided this year to build a taller mountain. If you know the Jeep exhibit, they went taller with it because the capability of Jeep vehicles has gone that much better, and they make the obstacles that much harder, and so that's kind of cool. I fly home on Thursday, by the way. Don't rob my house, and so I have a whole thing going on tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'll do a bunch of stuff, then I fly home. So, not a lot going on this year, but I always find things at shows that we make money off of, comparison and stuff. Yeah. And then, so this month, So Jill and I were at dinner with my friend Nicole Wakeland, and Jill coming to me, she goes, "You're gonna be busy a lot lately this next month and a half." I'm like, "Yeah." Jill's doing Rebel Rally. She's out for like 10 days, and it's my 10 days of silence every year. I look forward to it. It's awesome. She can't text me. It's been fantastic. And then so I'm doing I'm doing the Chevy Colorado AEV Buffalo, as my friend said, also known as a Bison. I'm doing the Texas State Fair with you. Are you doing State Fair and Tahoe, or just State Fair?
Yeah, we're doing both.
I'm gonna fly back Friday night because I have to be home because I have the my birthday that Saturday, and I'm gonna be a wedding that day.
We're gonna be like 12, 13?
29. So and then I have the Lexus LX 600 in Austin, and then I'm doing I hope this event's really, really cool the way it wants to be. I'm doing the Montana drive with the GMC Canyon, Sierra, and Sierra Heavy Duty AT4X editions.
Super jelly.
I love Montana.
I've not been, but it's one of my bucket list locations that I want to go to bad.
I've been fishing in Lower Madison a couple times now, fly fishing, and Montana is just phenomenal. Montana.
Hey, GM, I'll do a GM talk on Wednesdays.
I'll kiss your ass. Let me know. But I grew up in Michigan, and Michigan-itis. You don't think about leaving Michigan because it's like everything's so awesome here, whatever. Yeah. But once you leave the West Mississippi, the country opens up, and Montana is just. I love Montana, so I can't wait for that. So we'll be doing that, and then I just got invited to go to SEMA, and then I'm doing the LA Auto Show. There's a Tacoma first drive week before the show, and LA Auto Show is really interesting because you basically walk along the beach, and all of a sudden you make a right turn. Woo! There's the show. And it's right there at Staples Center, downtown LA. So that's a really cool venue. And I just had to realize I had to figure out how to catch my hotel rooms in Sweetie's Place. I think they booked some things. I haven't really booked much. So
I haven't booked Texas yet.
I don't think tonight would be appropriate for you booking anything, Tim.
No, it's probably best to wait.
Surprise!
I want the honeymoon suite with a bottle of wine.
Honestly, it's been hard enough when I've been sober to try to book the Texas stuff because we're going to be there for the Texas Auto Show, and then we drive all the way to Decatur after that. So, like, that's been the struggle for me to figure out where to stay.
So that's my question. So we should plan this out a little bit. So, are you renting a vehicle to go?
We've reached out.
We've got to reach out to Drive Shop.
Oh, so I need to reach out to Drive Shop too. I haven't figured out what to do yet. So I mean, I'm going to be there for. I haven't figured out. I fly back from California like on Tuesday or Wednesday, but I think 1 or 2, and then I land, and then I have to do a hotel room and yada yada yada. So I haven't really figured. So we were at dinner with Mike Caldwell and Nick Miles, and I'm dropping names, whatever, people in the industry, and we were talking about this a little bit that we have gotten so used to journalists as being coddled in a way. Mm-hmm. We land somewhere, we don't have a hotel room in a car. We're like,
what do we do? How do we book it?
Don't tell Doug Muro that.
So I'm like, holy cow, I got to rent my own car? No. And then I reach out to a brand, I'll get that car, and like, hotel room. Oh, I don't have anything to sleep in. So like, I have to actually figure this out.
Yeah, Jason, it's funny that you say that because we say that about Tennessee all the time. Yes. Sorry, we're full.
Yes.
Or we post pictures of different states and go, here's Tennessee. Yeah. Here's where you can move.
I just want to visit. I don't want to live in Montana.
Jason, I'm sorry. I've been in Montana many times.
It's definitely not full.
You're wrong. It's not full. No, I'm sorry. It's not full. California's going there. I get that. But I've been in Colorado. Yeah. I've been in Nebraska, Wyoming. No. In Wyoming.
Unfortunately, you are far from full for your sake, sir. But we understand. We understand.
Yeah. So hopefully, I haven't heard the list of.
You are right. I am far from full.
That's right. See, but I keep my bottle next to me.
That's true. He probably has his next to him too.
Oh, I'll be right back in like 15-20 minutes.
That's where his bottle is downstairs.
I have my Star Wars PJs on. Do you think it's gonna work out well downstairs? All
right.
I have the. What's that guy's name?
Baby Yoda.
That's Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
No.
Grogu.
It's Grogu.
I run down with my Grogu PJs on.
Or whatever.
And you have a campfire shirt on.
Allie, run downstairs to a bar with my Grogu PJs. Will they serve me more whiskey?
Yes.
Okay, well, challenge
There you
accepted.
They've seen weirder shit. I promise you.
I'm sure, especially in
Name
Detroit.
on. No, I probably it's what it time. It's almost what is it time now?
It's 9:37 there.
Only 9:30. You're good.
No,
The bar is probably open till 10.
At least I was gonna say midnight.
it's open
Well, it
till
depends. Some of the hotels we've stayed in during the week, like today is Monday, so some of the hotels we've stayed in, they shut down at like
but it's
9:30.
auto week. They know.
it's open
That's
till
true.
11. Thank you very much. Is matching Mondo? Oh,
Mando.
Mando.
I Star Wars. Yeah. So wife.
It's the French translation.
This shirt I've done. So I have the shirt tonight. I have the best shirt tonight.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
There you go.
Man, it's very appropriate, Tim, because I have my Star Wars shirt on. I just realized this.
I do not.
Yeah, you're wearing the same shirt there.
Yeah, I'm just talking about Tito's.
Well,
So
it's a family show.
funny story about this shirt though. I was wearing it the other day and I was walking through somewhere and this lady looked at me and she like looked sideways at me thinking it said not Tito's on it. And then she didn't even smile. And I was like, yeah, it's alcohol. Get over it yourself.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Wow.
Anyways,
a new side of Kelly here. Wait a minute. I'm kind of enthralled.
Do you say a new side of Kelly? This is the unemployed Kelly, Tim.
Right. So this is the plan. You're gonna live off the channel with Dave. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You must like apples and peanut butter and hot dogs and
Yeah. We'd be homeless if that was the case.
that is true.
Ooh.
No, I've got a little pillow from my company, so I've got a little bit of cushion that we're still waiting to pay out. But like that's it.
You know what? I got a little pillow too.
Oh my god.
I honestly don't know what the hell to do with this thing. So why
Tim,
don't
I'm
our
seeing
rooms
subscriber count go the wrong way.
like a pillow like this? Like, I mean, seriously, like, what is the plan to do with this pillow? Like,
Throw it somebody.
It's not. It's a decorative pillow. It's for the bed. It's decorative. That's it.
You know what somebody's done with that? Hey, put that next to your face just a minute. You know what somebody's done with that pillow? They put it between their legs.
Don't.
When they sleep.
This is a throw pillow, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you just throw it. Yes, 100%.
All right, F it.
Throw pillows are stupid. I got married with 0 throw pillows. I have 3 of them on the bed. And every night I have much joy going.
Here's the thing. When Dave and I got married, I had throw pillows. But guess what? They never made it back on the bed because he would never put him back on the bed or he'd get pissed off about them. So guess what? Our bed no longer has throw pillows. It just has 16 pillows that we sleep with that I mask with 2 pillows that I just...
She's trying to kill me, Tim, is what she's doing. They're on my face. I don't know. I wake up in a struggle.
No.
It's about ID channel.
What stuffed animal you sleep with, Dave?
Okay.
It's his wedge pillow.
Yeah. I do have one of those little triangle pillows.
Anyways,
this is not pillow
my
talk.
my wedgie.
This is not home decor talk live.
Yeah. You know, it's all sorts of nations.
Yes. My wedgie.
So Dave in Canada says, from your channel, Tim, says, where's Jill?
Oh, Dave in Canada's here? Dave in Canada is...
He's on your channel, yep.
He is the nicest guy who has nothing negative to say about anything.
That's because he's from Canada.
So we have Johnny's Car Care, who's in Canada. He's the nicest guy ever. And now we got Dave in Canada.
So
he's not going to show up over here because he's over here.
They show up
So Jill is in a room. We're seeing obviously separate rooms. We're not married. Hello. And
well,
there it is.
She went to bed at this point. I don't know. Jill is a go-getter. She may still be up. I have no idea.
She's probably like breaking into the show somehow to get in a trunk of something.
Probably.
Should I text her?
Well, let's be honest. Like, she's on what I saw on her Facebook the other day. She was on trip like number 24 for the year or something like that.
Is that only 24?
Yeah, based on her post, it was only 24.
She went to Sweden twice this year.
I know. We were living very jealously through that.
I wasn't, but anyway, she went to Sweden twice.
I know you weren't, but we were.
I'm like, Yes. So Sweden is something. But anyways, so no, Jill's probably in bed at this point. I have no idea. I really don't know. I don't. Whatever. So but I will tell you this. I will give you a teaser. Tomorrow night we have 5 videos going live between
Nice.
like 5. I shot a bunch of stuff, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna throw everything out to you guys, audience. It's gonna be like, and then watch whatever you want. Is my decision because I was like, I'm filming everything. TFL Andre was next to me, and then other friends were next to me. So I did each. So Ford had 4 stations, and at each station a video. It's like 12, 13-minute videos.
Yeah.
And I did. Jill and I talked about the improvements we liked about it, and then I did a video whether I'd buy the F50 right now versus the one I had in 21. And so yes. So Allie, do you have a crush in your dog?
No,
No.
I have to. No, she's going through some stuff, and I
You
keep
have stared
freaking
at your
out.
dog like the last 15 minutes.
That's because she's deciding if it's time to go out because the medicine she's on makes her have to go
Yeah.
potty
Okay,
all the
alright,
time.
so
Her
so
puppy
anyways,
has a
so
brain
I'm
tumor.
gonna
Oh.
destroy. So I'm
Yeah, hold
destroying the
on.
channel.
I'll be back. You just said
Okay.
the magic word.
We'll mute you.
Okay, sounds good. So there's lots of videos going live tomorrow night, and it's gonna be just a lot of just.
Well, I definitely have FOMO. You tell me this every time when I'm like, I can't justify this trip. You're like, well, that's on you, man. I'm gonna be there making all the money.
You know, this business is so much about FOMO, though. It
Yep.
really is. It's like
Mhm.
if you skip one event, you feel good about it, but then the event goes live, and you're like, oh, I'm kicking myself. Then you wait a couple days later, and you're like, oh, I'm glad I didn't go. I mean, it's just the way this business is. And so I've been home for a long period of time, besides the Woodward Dream Cruise I went on, and I haven't done events very much. And so now I'm in the midst of my business. It's just like I saw my golf buddies. It's like this is it. This is my business. This is what I do for a living. And at some points of the year, things get really busy, and it's what I can't stop it.
Mhm.
And the way the business is, I can't control videos going out. I can't control the audience in that the business is you have low inventory, high interest rates, you have less vehicles being launched, you have whatever factors
Mhm.
involved in it. And so then eventually you just kind of, here you go, here's your big month, here's 2 or 3 items, right? So like this trip and the trip at the end of the month will probably make the entire month for my channel.
Yeah. Well,
In the
May for us was huge.
Mhm.
And this month so far has been pretty good because of the Mustang, but past that it's been a dry summer of like,
Right.
well,
yeah, I mean, so yeah, you just kind of take what you can take. I mean, it's like you just kind of do. So we were talking about this at dinner a couple years ago. What do I want to say? Was it 21 the Bronco got launched, or 22?
20.
Mhm.
20 is when it launched.
20 was the reveal. 21 was when they were delivered.
Right. So 20 was a huge July for us, and 21 was crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't our fault. The Bronco got revealed. So
Yeah.
you know what happens? The
Are
Bronco
you saying
got revealed.
Mach-E did not move the needle for you? Is that what you're telling? Maverick was pretty good for me back then.
Maverick did pretty well. The thing with Maverick is the same thing Ranger, is that when you do the initial videos in that vehicle, it didn't do very well, but now it's doing better because people could finally order it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Mach-E and Mustang and Mach-E Mustang, but Maverick and it's the same deal. Is I'm looking at Ranger videos right now, and they're starting to do better because finally you can order them. Finally you can watch the videos. So I was telling somebody today, I said, I wish that I wish automakers could do more marketing and more stuff, because we're doing a lot of electric vehicle reviews that people aren't watching. It's not
Yeah, I
our
can't make a
fault.
move. I cannot make a move at all.
Right.
It's a different
not
audience.
Our fault. It's not our fault. It's just a factor of what's happening today in the industry, and eventually things will change as people get more accustomed to them.
Yeah.
But we can't make I can't make people watch EV video. I can't do it. And so like we have a Kia EV9 video going live tomorrow morning, 8:00, which by the way, they had a 12:01 a.m. tonight embargo time.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like,
who's standing? You know what sucks about that is they don't understand YouTube. And if these damn things don't take off within a few hours, YouTube's like, nope, nobody cares.
Yep.
And so their video will never get watched.
I've told brands that, and brands it's on deaf ears. So tomorrow at 8 a.m. in a reasonable time period, Eastern time, we're releasing our Kia EV9 video.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick and tired of these damn embargoes. They're terrible. So
Yep.
And they get few views. We're gonna tomorrow. I'm gonna just absolutely destroy the channel.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's so much stuff going on with the F-150 Light, F-150, and things going on. So it's just it has to happen that way.
Yeah.
Well, and he's learned that the EST versus EDT is a huge thing
Jesus.
for putting the times out
choose
too.
Manufacturers, please just choose one or the other. No, this gets confusing, man.
Do you
You're
like
not
looking
paying
at
attention.
Dave? Kelly,
I
you
was
looking at
panicking
Dave,
over
like,
our
this is
Raptor
going
stuff.
ED. Is it you like saying the ED all the time with him? Because
It's like there's a blue background behind you.
Hold on. Ellie missed it, but Kelly looked at Dave and said ED, and she went like this.
That is not what I said. I said this one gets himself in trouble with EST versus EDT.
And I'm like, Dave, how do you have kids?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
just the lucky, I guess.
A good shot, I guess.
Glad I came back.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to Ford Talk Live.
Technically, it only takes one, okay?
That's right. One lucky one.
Dave's got amazing aim.
For auto stores. That's it, yeah.
Amazing aim. Dave has ED. Yes, I like it. LMAO.
Yep.
So, yes. So
Electric dysfunction.
and S. Dismore says, Allie, see we came back to. Yeah, Allie's like, oh, my dog has to pee again. Bye.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, she rubs your dog fur like it's okay.
It's okay, Maya. It's fine.
Hold on. Dave doesn't.
She's like, Maya, you want to leave, right? You want to leave, right?
Time for meds. Sorry, gotta go, guys.
You want mac and cheese, right?
It's really weird. The seizure medication is just really tripping her out. I gotta go.
Right.
Well, I suspect, Tim, and I don't know anything on this, and I know you can't say, but I suspect maybe there'll be some Maverick news tomorrow, hopefully, because it's kind of almost mid-cycle for that vehicle now. So I know they've teased enough of the little lowering and stuff. So hopefully we see something there. F-150's got me excited. I will say the version you had was my favorite front end on that truck. I'm not completely sold with this weird running lights that they're doing now, especially I've seen it in Raptor, and I'm just confused by the Raptor R that I've seen with the new front end.
I love everything I've seen on the new F-150 so far. So I'm really excited for this launch.
Well, you are, because you're going to make money from it.
Yeah.
You're in truck country.
Well, but she's a truck girl too.
I know she is.
Yeah, but see, originally before Bronco, I was such an F-150 person. And originally, like, I was not keeping my Bronco. I was going to keep it for my 6 months and get rid of it. And then I got hooked on it. But I do miss having my truck. So I've been looking at getting another one. And I've been going between the new Ranger and the new F-150. And I think they just swung me over to the F-150 again.
So obviously we know Dave's confused about a lot of things. But all right, Allie. So did you not discuss the Ranger with F-150 size? Is that a concern for you? Because the Bronco... So let me think about it a little bit. Let me think about it. Let me rub my goatee.
So Tim, I don't know if you know, Allie sells Ford product.
Right. Enough, Dave. So anyways.
Okay. Sorry.
Get in the corner and be quiet.
But the Ranger, as far as room interior, is between that and it's like Ranger F-50 and the Bronco's in the middle. So Bronco's got a little bit more interior room than Ranger and F-50 have.
Yeah, interior wise, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Just because, I mean, when I travel, it's me and my dog. Like, that's it. Okay. Unfortunately, with the news I just got, she's not going to be around for a lot longer. But it's one of those things that it came down to cost for both of them, because F-150 leases are not the best right now, and neither are the Rangers. So it really just came down to cost when I'm doing between the two, because I have plenty of family members who have F-150s and Super Duties. So if I really need to tow something, I can, that they can't do it, or that I can't do it with the Bronco. But it really just came down to cost. But now I really like. I think Maya's got to go again. And she's now sleeping.
So, yeah, Dave, let the adults talk.
So I mean, it's really down to a cost thing.
So it's costing for you. So as you sell them, I appreciate that too. But looking at the Ranger versus F-150, and you haven't seen F-150 as much as I've seen it. But anyways, it's just a cost thing for you. It's not a size thing.
Yeah. Because they don't.
Hashtag deep thoughts with Allie.
Because
Pimping ain't easy, Tim.
I mean, when it comes down to it, the trailers that I'm looking at are the Bronco can tow it. So it really comes down to lease pricing, and the F-150s typically lease out better than Ranger.
Really? Wait. What do you mean lease out better? So you can F-150 less than you can a Ranger? Is it what you're saying, or is it the reverse?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It depends on the program that they're pushing at the time. A lot of the time you can get an F-150 less than you can a Ranger if you're coming out of a lease and your A-plan and all of those things.
All the magic keys.
Yes.
All right. So, but wait a minute. So leasing wise, as you know from customers, is just stupid. It's just renting your equipment. Who cares? Whatever. But what you're saying is there some advantages to leasing?
So I'll tell you the reasons. It depends on your situation. Okay, now we're getting into dealer talk. We're talking all the subjects tonight. So, like for me, I turn and burn vehicles like no other. Like I've had my Bronco not even 2 years. I have 46,000 miles on it.
As a consumer, she does.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that I'm basically gonna drive that vehicle into the ground. I don't want to finance it forever. I don't have the means to just pay cash for one. So I lease it for 2 or 3 years, whatever one's the cheapest payment. And I've worked at Brighton Ford for 8 years. I've had 8 vehicles.
So is that because somebody points out the question here? Was the Bronco 78 says, is that because the F-150 has better resale value? Is that why the lease rate? Because leases are based on residual value, right?
Correct. It depends on the residual and the rate that Ford is charging at that time. But like, here's a prime example. Ford didn't have Escapes for the longest time. So you could physically lease an Edge cheaper than you could an Escape, but that's because what Ford was pushing. And now with these new changeovers, realistically, again, F-150 is probably going to do a little bit better. But again, it depends on what you qualify and what you're looking at trim level specifically too.
So I'm going to put you in a spot here a little bit. But when Ford discontinued the Ranger, do you think that negatively impacted the resale value on leasing?
No, because that actually drove it up. So prime example was the Fusion.
Okay.
So they had crazy lease programs on these things where I have customers buyouts like 13, 12, 11. I just had one tonight that was like $10,000 where you can turn around and sell that vehicle. Like they can buy it out and flip it and just make a crazy amount of money right now.
Do you think from your standpoint, do you think leasing is changing in the full-size market? Are more customers looking at leasing as an option versus what they used to be purchasing? In the 8 years, you've done this. I mean, from time.
Have you seen the trend?
Yeah, I have 80% of my customers who lease. And
you do have a big.
So I work at a big dealership. On average, I sell 25, like in the 20s, like 20 cars a month.
Now, do you see other dealers, like statistics, do you see across the board if that's the case? Because I'm curious, because I know you have a lot of A-plan customers because you have a lot of employees and things like that. Do you see, are most of those 80%, are they employees?
Surprisingly, no.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. I mean, there's a lot of them, but I mean, it could be employees, family members too.
That's true.
Because like I have one guy, I sell his whole family plus some. Because like I'll literally text him. I'm like, hey, dude, your brother's at my desk. I need a PIN number. I'm like, here you go. We're like, they get management. Like, especially it depends on where you're at in Ford. Because if Ford gives you a car, you're not necessarily leasing from a dealer. You're kind of leasing it through Ford because they take it out of your pay. So it's one of those things. I truly think that I mean, Michigan is huge on leasing because we have the top 3.
Right.
But let's be honest, there's going to be a full competition in the state no matter what because we're Michigan. It is what it is.
100%.
Right.
Where you start going out further, you're going to see a lot more people purchasing their vehicles than trying to lease them.
Right. Yeah, employee plan, Michigan is, so people understand, when I come to Michigan, I see Lincolns, I see Buicks and things
You
I've
have
never seen in
everything.
my life because employee plan. So Kelly, can you pull up Paul Elliott's comment? I'm curious about Ellie's viewpoint on this.
This one?
Yes.
So that's a yes and no question. So you sign up for the amount of miles that you want. They start at 7,500. I'm sorry, if you're a grandma just going to the grocery store, that is what you sign up for. Do not sign up for 7,500.
No.
Just because
or unless you work from home. If you work from home, I could see that.
Even that, even where I'm at, the average amount that I see is 15,000 miles. I will literally have people pull out their phone, pull out their Google Maps or whatever app to map. I'm like, okay, do from home to work. Now do home from the grocery store. And we have to add in a buffer. If you sign up for 10,000 miles a year and you go over that, you're going to have a penalty.
because you pay per mile usually, right?
Correct. Yeah. So you either get 15 cents per mile or up to 25 cents per mile. I do 18,000 to 19,500 per year. I still go over that, but I end up trading my car in anyway because I get bored and there's a shiny new truck on the lot that just came off the truck and I want.
There's a Shelby F-150 there. I bet you'd like to drive.
Yeah.
The hell there? No.
You could just take that off the lot, Allie.
Allie's like, squirrel.
Yeah, it's literally how I am. This is the longest car that I've kept.
She wasn't planning to keep her Bronco, Tim. She was literally she wasn't even going to take delivery of her Bronco.
Nope.
She kind of thought about it and then she decided to do it.
Wait. You tell me the Bronco not going to happen forever for her, but she has a poster off her left ear. Looks like a Bronco.
Oh, I have a bunch. I'm a psycho now.
So wait a minute here. You have a picture.
She sucked in now.
That's my own Bronco right here.
So you have pictures in your wall of your vehicle in your garage.
Yeah.
That's in her office in her house. Not in the garage.
I'm a psycho now. It's okay.
Right, but you could just go outside and look at your Bronco.
I could, but it's outside.
But
you can tell that Tim is a journalist and not a car enthusiast.
Tim, you realize it's raining right now, right?
Tim, we have mugs of our stupid ass Bronco, man. I mean, come on.
I have stickers of my stupid ass Bronco.
We do too. Yeah.
So the question people want to know on this live stream is, did you get a tattoo of your Bronco in your butt?
No.
Nope.
I think we're good on that one.
I did not.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm just saying what the people are asking questions. I can feel like
that's where we draw the line. Tattoos are where we draw the line.
You.
No, and so
let's forward
wait. You look at her eyeballs. Her eyeballs said to me, "I'm thinking about it." That you brought it up.
No, I don't have any tattoos.
Don't you? I can tell your eyeballs right now. You're like,
wait, I thought tattoos were mandatory in Michigan because every girl we go to a wedding, and I'm like, every girl at a wedding, I'm like, Jesus, man.
No tattoo.
I got out before the tattoos were employed.
I'm sorry, Dave. Your mic cut out for a hot minute there, Dave. Kelly,
Yeah, it's
Marital Nation hasn't kicked in yet.
Right. So, all right. Yeah. That's what I gotta say about that. But it is interesting. I find that dealers know a lot about leasing, and they tend to lease quite a bit because they understand the process of it. But I feel like a lot of customers hate leasing.
Well, and there's a lot of people with bad experience in leasing because they weren't educated. Because there are a lot of dealers that, if you go in for a payment, they're gonna get you to that payment, and you're not thinking big picture.
Yeah,
I've seen it happen. I've talked to other customers that happen, and it's I'd rather see you for 2 or 3 cars rather than a one-time only thing. So there was one time we went back and forth with this girl for I think 2 or 3 weeks about leasing and purchasing and everything, and she ended up purchasing just because that's what fit for her, and now she's leasing. So it really just depends on your situation, because if you're trading in your car every 2 to 3 years anyway, and you keep having all this negative.
Yeah, what's the point? Yeah, I've leased I've leased now 2 different vehicles in my life, and both experiences have been fantastic because on the one hand, I leased a Tundra. I knew our lives were going to change. I knew we were moving to Nebraska from Denver. I knew things were changing. I didn't want to be sucked into a payment.
Yeah.
And eventually the truck got parked outside my house for like 6-9 months. I walked out with $5,000 in cash that I sold the lease before it was done.
Yeah.
The
And
wife,
that's the thing. Like the market right now is, I've never seen it like this before. Granted, I only have 8 years experience, so I'm not a huge veteran by any means. But for me, like, I don't want a huge car note because it's only me. I pay all my own bills. I don't have someone else helping me in between a mortgage, inflation, everything. Now, Maya, it's just one of those things. I would just rather have a cheaper payment, and plus, they don't keep my cars anyway.
No, notice how though she says this, and she put us in a big car payment.
She didn't know because we brought our check.
I know,
sir.
I'm just messing.
Technically,
no, but I think you're smart because what I tell people all the time is the wealthy people in this country look at a car payment as a line item in the budget.
Mm-hmm.
They know it's a depreciating asset. They understand it's not a good investment. They have to have it regardless. We have to have vehicles, right? So they look at it like, hey, I'm gonna have to buy a vehicle. What's my number gonna be? And they just treat that as a number. It's just part of doing life. It's like you pay your electrical bill, you pay your car payment, pay your mortgage. It's not like it's a big thing. And I find those customers just really appreciate that piece of it. I've leased 2 different vehicles now because of a variety of reasons. And there's other times I purchase vehicles, and just because of a variety of reasons. It's just a different way to do business. And if you don't understand all the aspects of leasing, so leasing, when you get done with a lease, you can trade it in and give the dealer your keys. That's the worst way to do business. Absolutely worst. You can sell outright, you can trade it off, you can do a variety of different things that make it make more sense. And that I find my cousins and my family and things like that don't understand that piece of it, don't understand how leasing actually works. It's a line item. It's a depreciating asset. Treating it as paying your cable bill. That's the same way paying your lease.
Like the thing that I like about it is like you have several different options. Where like if you just purchase your car, you have one option and one option only. Here you go. Yep. Like this is what you own it for. Here you go. Where a lease, I have a lot of people lease it at first because they're changing jobs. They don't want a huge car note. They have something coming up. And then your buyout is the same regardless. Like it doesn't matter.
Right.
So,
because it's preset, right? The buyout is.
Yeah. And I mean, the reality of leasing is it's not for everybody. Some people keep the cars, vehicles, many years longer. That's fine too. It's just a different way to purchase vehicles. And they just can't be afraid of it. You have to understand.
And then here's the thing too, like with my Bronco, I leased it at first. And then I fell in love with the damn thing, and I knew I was going to buy it. So I'm just like, screw it. Here we go. So I technically still have another year. We're going to see if interest rates go down. If not, I'll just finance as minimum as I can.
Well, I would imagine with this EV question, I would imagine EVs, especially like for you, Allie, like the Mach-E and the Lightning, probably those are better lease
I was thinking the same thing. For me, I would not purchase an EV right now. I might lease.
But that's the thing, they're not pushing leasing. If you lease it, it has to go back to Ford.
Well, which would be fine with me because the technology is still so green and new.
Yeah, which most people don't have an issue with that, but some people are trying to break it up differently.
Can I just hold on? I just say hi, Todd. Todd's the one who came to the 100,000 subscriber challenge with us, and me running 5K, and Todd and Jill playing golf. So Todd has an extensive cat collection in Minnesota. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's weird. Okay.
Cats, as in the feline cat.
That was awkward. Fantastic. Look, the Jets are up losing 13-6.
Wait, Tim, did you say cat collection?
Yeah, he's got a picture of a cat in his little.
As in, like the felines, as a cat collection.
Did I stutter?
I was just making sure that there wasn't another word for it.
Paul, my Bronco's carbonized gray.
Yeah.
PG program there. Show me your Tito's.
Do what?
It's a PGA program there. Show me your Tito's.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Luckily, the banner's right over here. They don't have time to know what they're doing. Well, interesting lease talk here.
No, we love cats too. I was just making sure I was making sure the collection, because I've never heard it referred to as a collection of cats before, Tim.
I'm
A lot of
curious
ways that
now.
can go.
What's a collection of cats? Like you have a pride with lions. You have a
Alley cats?
right?
No.
No, not alley cats.
She's like, Allie's like, no.
Nope.
Now you're gonna make me Google it.
What's crows? Crows is the best one.
Murder.
Murder
Yeah.
crows, right? And a pack of dogs, right? So what's a collection of cats? I honestly don't know. Cat
I don't.
statues?
I'm so confused.
A clowder.
A clowder of cats?
CLOWDER.
I've never heard of that before.
That's a pussy. Going on there.
Well, that was Tim with Pickup Truck Cat
Oh,
statues,
that's why Jill's not on here. Yeah. So, yes. Anyways.
Oh man. So Tim, I think it sounds like we're prepped to have some fun in Texas. For you to be one of the last hurrahs of warm weather, because it's usually pretty hot down there still.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be hot still. It's that last weekend in September, so I don't know. Right. So Texas should be pretty fun, and it's just that time of year. I played golf Saturday morning with my friends, and I said, this is the last. I mean, I'm a hit or miss, and then October and September and November, and just my busyness of the season and what's going on. It's just summer's over, which is sad to say. Yep. Fall's coming. Fall's usually the best time for golf. Like I'm hoping to get some rounds in, but business keeps up with the pace, so I have to do a lot of stuff going to business, and I'll be curious to see what happens the rest of the year. January and December are really usually pretty slow. Should have a new truck by then, hopefully, knock on wood. My Silverado has $11,000 different with a hail damage on it.
Oh,
shocked at, and so it'll be a month or so to probably a month that gets fixed, and I'm going to sell that.
I was gonna say that sucks because I know your plans for that were to get rid of it coming up, and
it's got to be fixed. And so I'm going to get those fixed, and I'm going to go from there. And so that'll be fixed. I'll be selling the Silverado, and then buy the next truck, and then we'll be moving forward to the new year. So it's interesting. This year has been kind of I would say a downer year, and then why everything's bigger in Texas.
Oh wow!
Ellie just laughed so hard she peed her pants a little bit. So,
God.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not it. That's not
God,
what I meant.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, so Sunny is on here. So Sunny, we're doing this whole I pressed the button to do live with Dave because it's fun, whatever. So Dave,
Tim and me've done this before.
His wonderful wife Kelly is here, and yes, so they're doing the live stream with it again. So lots of stuff going on with that. I'm really, really looking forward to the end of this year. I think there's been some cool products coming out, and buying whatever.
Well, so last question for you, Tim, and this is kind of a serious one. With you being up in Detroit, being around all the management of Ford, what's the feeling like with strike? Because I see they're starting to talk. We're getting close to the deadline, so everybody's suddenly starting to talk to each other.
I don't know. I honestly think that, Ford just submitted another one. I think Ford's really trying not to have them going on strike.
Well, and I bring this up because I want to share. I want to share this that this is Ford's main website right now. They're like, "Hey, we love the worker. Look at us here. Let's get you on the website."
It's all about PR, baby.
No, I know.
I'll say that they have been doing videos though for the last year of assembly line workers.
Oh, we noticed that.
Well, our buddy
GM's doing it too.
Our buddy Dr. Detroit over there with Ford, he's with the UAW. I think they've been really doing a lot of videos with trying to get they're
well. But the only thing, and I'm gonna catch hate for this, and I know that. The only thing I didn't like in Ford's proposal, and that the UAW is trying to push hardcore right now, is a 36-hour work week.
32, right?
Yeah, it's 32.
Oh, is it 32? I thought it was 30.
Mhm.
Okay, that's even worse.
Oh, 32.
Yeah.
The last
Well, what that
job
does-
I had that was 32 hours is in high school.
Yeah, but what the reason behind that is the UAW's membership's down, and if you you force one to be 32, guess what you have to bring in? You've got to bring in a whole nother level of workforce, and I think that maybe it's a play to bring more members into.
Tim's
the
like,
UAW.
I'm out.
No,
I don't know. Like I get it to a point, but at the same time, like I don't, because it's not practical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, unfortunately for all the manufacturers, the last big time they wanted to strike was during the recession. So really, unfortunately and I'm not a pro or con.
That's the thing. I have to play neutral in the thing because obviously we need vehicles, plain and simple.
The employees didn't have a leg to stand on the last, I think, the big time they wanted to strike. So I think now they're trying to set themselves up. So I hope it doesn't screw up anything, because I have a Ranger Raptor I'd like to see one day.
You just totally pulled a selfish plug right there.
No, but there's a lot of people that watch this, baby, are buying vehicles.
I know.
I know.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting if they don't. And I have noticed a lot. And again, this is the dealer side of things. These truck drivers are trying to deliver these things as fast as possible because they're also going to be affected by this.
Yeah, because their work will be impacted. It's just like it's
a ripple effect, honestly.
It's not the same, but if you think about like the way that any manufacturing was affected by 2020 and the long-term effects of that, it's a trickle-down effect. Everybody's infected. Affected. Sorry, there's a lot of alcohol in this drink tonight.
There's a lot of alcohol going around.
Everybody's affected by it, right? Go, Tim. Tag, you're it.
I grew up in Michigan in the 1990s, and I've been around UAW.
Hey, that's when I was born.
Thanks, Alex. I've been around UAW members and white collar members for many years. And I've been reading behind the scenes. I've been talking to people, and I will tell you that from my perspective, a strike's going to happen.
I think so.
It's going to be long. It's going to be difficult. The UAW has a point of view. The car market has increased 30% in year-over-year, and not year-over-year, but 30% increase in total vehicle price point has increased. New vehicle price point 30%. UAW wages have grown by 6%. The CEO pay has grown by 40%.
Yeah.
The only thing I think there's a falseness to that, Tim, though, because there was such, before the pandemic, I know there's still record profits. I totally understand that they need to share the profits a little bit. But for the past 3.5 years, we've been selling cars at a higher price point than we ever have before. There's no negotiation. Either you buy it at MSRP or you're paying over if you want a vehicle. So I think the UAW is seeing that. Maybe it gives them a point of view of to say, hey, look at all these profits you're making. But, I think in another 2 years, we're back to where we used to be as far as there's rebates, there's this and that.
I will say this. I thought the UAW president, Sean, had a really good statement. His statement was that UAW members cannot afford to purchase vehicles they're building. And
I feel that because when I worked for Nissan, I couldn't afford to purchase
anything. I see that.
And I will tell you,
credit apps.
And I will tell you, that's a very strong statement. And Sean is a very strong leader, and UAW has gone through some very bad leadership.
Yes.
And he's a very strong leader, and he's not pulling punches. He's not negotiating the same way as in the past. There will be, in my view, a UAW strike happening Friday morning on the heels Detroit Auto Show, which is legacy of having one of the world's largest auto shows, being very well known in the industry, and the combination of that is going to be critical. It's just going to be insane. And so, looking at that stuff and looking at what's happening, I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like UAW has a point of view on this. I have not always historically agreed with the UAW, but in this case, I really agree with them. I'm sick and tired of Mary Barra and Jim Farley making 40% more increased pay over pay. Because I'm sorry, but I will come on and say it. They have made some very questionable decisions the last couple of years, and especially
GM side.
for them to get that massive pay increases for these questionable decisions and hurting everybody down the chain. And as Ellie says, and she's flat out right with this, a UAW strike does not impact the plants only.
Mm-hmm.
Part suppliers, transportation companies, the railroad, this American economy, people are like, oh, we do whatever, but bull crud. You on this American economy are very much a derivative of the automotive industry in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. And so for the fact that thing is a ripple down effect, we saw the same thing during COVID. We saw the same thing during the recession in 2007, 2008. Sorry, Ellie, you were in diapers by then, but that's okay.
I graduated in 2009. Come on now.
And diapers. So anyway.
Weird.
When you look back at the situations back then, it's like nobody. So the thing is, like, Ford did not do bankruptcy. That's fine. They were close. They were this close because of parts distributors and parts suppliers of mom and pop organizations going under. So when the automakers go on strike, it's not the UAW. It's the ripple down effect happens all over the industry. And so there's going to be a lot of dealers in Detroit, a lot of salesmen that are going to quit, a lot of people going away. You see it time over time again.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. And I see a bunch of people talking about the above MSRP. That has nothing to do with Ford. That has to do with the dealer.
The only thing I will say that has to do with Ford on that, like the Bronco Raptor, Ford watched the dealers jack the prices up and people still bought
Ford
them.
did the same thing.
But I think that's why Ford just jacked it up. They're like, why should the dealers get all that money?
No, 110%. Which is why they weren't really offering too much of the price protection or anything on it. They're like, I mean, I work at a dealer and my own Bronco got screwed. So it was a little bit of our fault and Ford's fault, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it's one of those things. This is going to be such a huge ripple effect that I don't know. It's scary.
It's going to be so not only are dealers going to hurt, salesmen are going to hurt, factory workers are going to be hurt, Ford's going to be hurt, suppliers going to be hurt. It's just there's a lot of pieces involved. I think we're at the point now where these pieces have gone like this for so many years that at some point they have to really go like this.
Yeah.
They really fight it out because it's going to be a lot of going on. And I grew up in Michigan before Ellie was in diapers. Anyways, so I was in Michigan.
Same.
And I will tell you that the UAW is a very proud organization. They've done a lot of good work. They've done some questionable work. As the organization has been over 100 years, things good and bad happen. Things that happen. And so I think it's going to be a lot of stuff going back and forth. I think the UAW has a point of view on this. And I will say, I think that the strike's going to happen no matter what. The strike's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of going back and forth. And it's not going to be easy.
If the strike were to happen now, because I'm going to play dumb to some of this, clearly not all the parts manufacturers are under the UAW wing. So does this actually allow them to get caught up with some stuff?
They can to some degree, but they're also going to be not taking new orders.
Right. I know that, and they don't want to sit on product either, but in a way that could be a good thing. But also like Ragnacon's talking about, and I think me and you've talked about this before, Tim, with EV, there's not as many parts to put on a vehicle, which with the UAW's current situation where they're losing workforce numbers anyways, now they're scared. And I can justify the wage increases, but I can't justify the hours. I think out of all the things for both of you, out of all the things that they're negotiating on, what is the one thing you think that they would flop on?
Hours.
I think so too.
The hours are ridiculous. I mean, Sean Fain has put together a package that's totally unreasonable, and he should. I mean, from his viewpoint, he's got to do that. So the hours are unreasonable, but he's got a point of view here. What I think is really interesting about this whole UAW strike is that he's saying, look, EVs take less man hours to build, which means we have less members, less people. And so he's saying, well, Biden, Democrats have been a huge UAW support over the years.
Right.
He's saying, pick a side. And that's a very interesting discussion because Biden can't pick a side. There's no Biden. I'm sorry. Presidents, whatever. I don't care. Presidents, people give this.
Yeah, we're not talking about which side you're on.
Wait, but they give them a lot of. I think overall, people give these presidents of the United States all this sort of power, and oh my God, it's the best job ever. He's God. He's not God. He's a politician running a business, and the fact is that the politicians of the United States do not come close to having the power that businesses have. And so I'm sorry, but I don't care what Biden says, don't care what Trump says, didn't care what Reagan said, didn't care what Bush says, don't care what Carter says. I don't give a crap about presidents. They don't have the power people think they have. And so the fact that Biden's got to pick a side now between EVs and his green pledge and automakers, and the fact is, Biden's not wrong. We need EVs. We do. We need alternate fuel vehicles. We need more choices. I get that. Biden's not wrong on this, but he's also not wrong on saying the UAW needs to have better pay and better people middle class. He's not, but he's got it. So now it's like you got to pick a side.
Yeah.
That's
interesting.
An impossible question. That's a very impossible question for Biden, and he's a very tough spot.
Out of all three, I can see GM and Ford caving fairly quickly. I mean, I'm with you. I think a strike will happen, but the outlier is Stellantis because this European
did you say
management?
Did you drugs? Is that not drugs?
I know we should have a disclaimer every time you say that. But they're the outlier because they seem to give zero fucks about.
Oh, you just said a no word.
Well, it's after hours. But they really do. They seem to care less about. I mean, they deal with
diapers. Let's be clear, not any cuss language words.
There's a worse mouth than that.
But they have,
Instagramming her dog photo.
Huh?
She's currently Instagramming her dog photo.
But so the European unions are way different than the American unions, and they seem to be more of a cooperative. The company and the union seems to be a better partnership than way that it is in America. But with the Europeans owning basically Jeep, Ram, and all that now, they shut a plant down. The UAW was all upset about that, was going to raise hell about it. And, the management for Stellantis was like, so like, we're doing our thing. And at some point, I think they're the weird outlier to all this because, they did that whole, we're throwing their proposal in the trash deal. And it was all for, PR move.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think
he lit it on fire. It was awesome. What are you talking about? He lit it on fire.
No, but I mean, I'm saying I get it, but it was definitely, that was we have to show out.
I laughed for a minute.
but where does, Ram's already the third brand truck.
No,
they're in the middle.
Yeah, whatever you want to call them.
But they're in the middle of a transition because they're wanting to go EV. They're wanting to do, this hybrid, whatever we ever see of the next 1500. And then they have the Ram Rev, which who knows we'll ever see that. They're in a weird spot with their labor. They don't have, they can do that zero fucks given about we're going to do what we want to do. But at the same point, you need labor. And if you piss labor off, even if they get a deal eventually, those memories are like elephants. The workers hold on to that stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
So you froze there for a minute, Dave. Did Kelly smack you for saying the F word again?
Nope, but I thought about it. I'm
his,
usually the one that cusses is the thing.
His manhood is not that far from your left knuckle. I'm just saying.
But do you think like they are the last ones to jump in on contract talks?
It's tough to say. You bring up an interesting point about them being European. They are very much European. Chrysler, him as a kid. I'm sorry, Ellie. As you know him as a kid, it's just.
You remember Plymouth?
I do, Dave. I'm that old.
I remember Plymouth.
So I have more gray in my beard than most people do these days. Anyways, so they are the older brand. I would agree though that they've lost their heritage. They've changed things over time. I could see them being the holdouts. I could see Ford negotiating hard because Jim Farley is a stand-up guy.
Yeah, I like him.
Jim Farley is a stand-up guy, and so Oldsmobile, YouTube car spotter says, Oldsmobile, yeah. Ellie, Oldsmobile, no,
yes.
All right.
AMC was before my time. I know of AMC, but
so annoying.
Is that the movie theater?
No.
So I was about to say, isn't
that stock?
Elliot Manning said, "Stop making fun of Allie. Her and I are the same age."
Ah!
Oh, Elliot, tough. So I see that they're gonna have an issue there as far as Ford's gonna stand up pretty well. GM's a little confusing to me because I don't understand the brand is all over the place.
I don't understand anything GM is doing right now, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
and the thing, I come from a GM family. I'm not trying to just shit on them because, like, I work at a Ford dealer.
Easy, potty mouth.
No, we're at number 3.
You watch your fucking mouth there, lady.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
Well,
Tim's
this one's
audience.
getting canceled real quick.
Over here.
It's supposed
No,
to be
GM
the
is a mess because
violin.
Miss Barry, she wants to be petted. She wants to be the green. Oh, look, I'm the one that made GM green, and GM's been a mess since the 60s as far as the way management operates at that company. You know, you would have thought the restructure would have cleaned up that, but no, they brought somebody in that's not a car person, like Mobile Moto said. Jim Farley came through I believe he came through the plants. Like, he was a Ford employee that moved up. He didn't just.
He was a Toyota for years too.
Was he really? Okay, so
I just have mixed feelings on Jim. Here's the one thing I will say. I am very happy he made a road trip with the F-150 Lightning.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Just because I think there's great potential for EVs. I'm not trying to shit on the EVs. I think, kind of like Tim said, we have to bring something else to the table. And we struggle so much with customers to get them to see some of the positive things just because there's so much negative facing our EV world. And like, I get it. Like, I get the frustrations because I hear what customers say. Our jobs as salespeople are to overcome those and show them the opposite and show them how to fix their problem, all of it.
Spin it.
We can't fix that there's not enough chargers out there.
Yeah.
We can't, plain and simple. Like, the dealerships can't just go out and install them and things like that. And I think it was a very good way to make higher ups realize, hey, this is a great idea, but we need to go back to square one. Like, we need to get more of these things out there. And I think now that they're actually going to listen, and now that we're pairing with Tesla and doing all this other stuff, there's so much more potential. It's still, Ford's already unfriending me, okay? Why do you think I'm not at the launch? Apparently, I already did something they don't like, and I'm not invited. So
Todd says he had a 72 Vega. My brother had a 74, I believe. I want to say he put a 305 in it. Man, that thing was a screamer, but dangerous as can be. He ended up wrecking it and put unfortunately his head through the windshield. Didn't kill him, but hurt him quite a bit.
Why are they saying trucks cost more today than a house? Like $120K. What kind of truck you buying?
So, Allie,
Ram.
Bed looks like
TRX.
The event. By the way, this is the bed looks like LA came to the event, so you know.
Here's the crappy thing. They don't need to put me in a hotel because I'm 30 minutes away.
I thought you were like 28.
26 and a half, okay?
She's taking her time. Jeez.
What if I get
Right,
stopped
like,
at
pull
every
it.
red light? Hello? There's a lot.
Well, Tim, I hope we haven't scared your audience.
No, speaking of my bed, it's about time I get that way.
I know.
I did want to bring this up really quickly. Todd has a good point here. It's not the workers' fault. And we've talked about this too, is that
100%.
we've talked about this offline, is that shareholders are driving up the price too. Like, we've talked about this, is that businesses are always looking for that next, like, okay, I have to make more money. I have to make more money year over year over year. And unfortunately, that is the consequence. What we're seeing now is the consequence of that continuing to push that next amount. But
shareholders are the devil. They have really forced brands to say, if you don't do an EV, you're terrible. Like Toyota. Toyota's not an EV as strong as other brands have, and shareholders take them to task, say, you guys are terrible, you're behind times, whatever. And Toyota's like, we're still the world's like largest automaker. What the hell are you talking about? And so, I mean, I'm very much frustrated about the way the stock market has been. If you look at the numbers, stock market doesn't know anything.
Can't agree.
Well, Tim, when do you expect that you will be nearing 1,000 or 100,000? Because I want to. If you do the live thing, I want to help you. I want to see that and cheer you on. When are they projecting that you will break 1,000 or 100,000? Because believe it or not, if you don't know, at 100,000, Tim gets YouTube sends him a plaque, says good job.
He gets a pretty button.
That's my major goal is I want one of those little stupid buttons. It's just ego driven, yes, but I want the little play button. But I want to see somebody I know do it and be happy for Tim with his little play button.
Is it little? How big is it?
I'm bringing the size down for Dave.
Oh
You
wow!
know you can handle so much going on.
Here's the Dave version.
You have to see me in 2 weeks. Tim. That's all I have to say is.
Yeah, but he also gets to see me.
No,
wow,
but I would
Kelly, I was giving at least 3 inches there, Kelly. You gave him like 2.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
So occasionally me and Tim do these things on Saturday mornings where we do a mid-sized truck show. Maybe with winter coming, we'll actually get to do a couple of those again. Maybe not if I keep being the tiny joke.
It says November. So one thing I get frustrated about my channel, and it's ego thing, is that I get lots of views, hundreds of thousands of views, 600,000 to 1 million views a month, and I cannot get more than 1,000 subscribers a month.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie. I don't think some people know how much it really helps because I used to watch YouTube videos all the time, not realizing what subscribing and everything does. But now that I'm in the social media world, I get it now. So now I'm like, okay, crap. I'm like, now I have to go through and redo all.
Well, and that's like really early on with us. I told him, I was like, I really wonder if a lot of people don't understand that subscribing isn't a subscription service. It's literally just clicking a button that says, hey, I'd like to get more of these videos from this, this provider.
It doesn't. And there's the problem with our YouTube. And I've been talking to YouTube on the I've had some meetings with them, whatever. There's no ROI as a subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest problem is
the only for us is being a smaller channel. Places like Ford and them, they look at for us, they look at that, because and that honestly, some of my audience.
That's good or bad. He's just
I thought it was funny.
So brands will look at the subscriber count and really count that as a huge thing. And the reality of things is it doesn't really subscriber count's a vanity number.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
Mm-mm.
That's the problem. Is that there's no ROI to subscribers. So I don't anything negative about subscribers. I don't like.
Don't let him fool you, because I remember when he was about to hit 20K, he was all excited.
Back in the day, I used to do a lot of subscribe to the thing, and now it's a joke, right? It's now so I don't talk about that stuff anymore at all. So it's a natural organic growth. If we had 100 subscribers, it's great, fantastic. But the reality of the thing is, you click the video you view, that makes more money for me than a subscriber.
Yeah.
Well, 100%. I'm excited for you, buddy, either way, because I know how hard this is, and people do not realize how hard it is to be creative, understand SEO. Like, the whole thing of social medias is a nightmare, and if you want to be seen, you got to work your ass off for it, and you've done that. So you're getting there, and we will be there to congratulate you when you do. And any of my people over here, go, like Tim said, 1,000 subs a month seems like a lot, but it's not at the end of the day. You need that, and I want to help you break that. So maybe we can send 3 people over there. Allie's already one of those 3. So
well, I just subbed 2. I realized I wasn't subbed on my personal.
Wow, channel. Tim. See, I'm your friend, buddy. I'm the guy that
leaves.
Even
not really sure how I wasn't.
My personal YouTube, I'm subscribed.
I can't
only have one.
Wait. I can't get the ladies to subscribe.
Nope. I know. Sad face.
I got the subscription there. It's there.
I did at the beginning of the show.
I did too.
I still only watched Jill jump over the record.
I have to say, if y'all ever get to meet Jill, the person you see in the videos is exactly 100% the little bouncing
firecracker.
Yeah, that is on her videos. So
I had a cold today. I'm dealing with this damn cold, and so I said 4 words at the Ford event, Jill said 4,725.
It sounds about right.
And I was fine with that. Okay.
Well,
I'm out of here.
Tim, we appreciate you jumping on and bring your unique.
Yeah,
Go take your Grogu pants to bed.
Yeah.
My Grogu's going to bed. I get to take my vitamins, all my bullshit stuff I take these days. Oh,
All that old man stuff.
I know. Yeah.
All that not born in the 90s stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I'll take vitamins and everything.
Oh,
Bye,
Alex, back
Tim.
to me. Goodbye.
Oh, this was entertaining. Thanks for that.
There you go. Pickup truck plus SUV talk. Go over and see Tim, and they do a live stream. I want to say Mondays before our show. It seems like they've been doing them around 7 that time. It's a lot of fun. Very interesting perspective because Jill brings a completely different perspective than Tim does. Occasionally I get invited to be on the show, so that's always kind of fun. And we have a blast. And this was not the show I had planned tonight.
This is not the typical show for us, so
no,
just so y'all know.
But I will say this with us kind of going more into Ford in general, this is kind of what we're hoping to expect. I'm hoping to bring other just non, we love the Bronco. The Bronco's not going anywhere. I will still cover the Bronco. We're discussing a video we have to do sometime in the coming
next
week.
couple months.
I mean, Bronco's gonna get quiet because we're switching model years. I mean, we're still waiting for 23s to be done, and
I'm totally U24s. I'm totally jealous. You get the big screen with you don't have to option anything to get the big
We're
screen.
totally spoiled in our Mustang for that, for a bigger screen
y'all
too.
want to know how many orders canceled 23 to wait for 24?
Really?
And
do you think the screen was probably one of the big impacts for that?
It was every single one of mine.
Really?
Every single one.
Raggy.
Shut up.
Yes, I have a YouTube channel.
She does.
Yes, I was just gonna
It's
say
my
Allie
name.
does have a YouTube channel.
See her name right there.
Look it up.
You
Wait,
can find it that way. Oh, also we have All Terrain Nation live.
right here.
Where eventually these live, if I need to get 100 subs over there really quick so I can nab the name. But then we'll start broadcasting more over there. I'll probably dual stream that a little bit to get that channel monetized. And once it's monetized, we will be full-time over there and use this one for just breaking news, reviews, and stuff like that. Allie, how's Puppers? We don't see her.
She's sleeping.
She's out. Allie's like, I should be out while the dog's out.
I know,
Yeah.
I do have to sleep while she sleeps, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to be All Terrain Nation have a typical show. Not really.
No.
But I think that's going to be our
I'm
show
going to tell
tonight.
y'all right now, I thought Maya was going to be a lot worse than she was. This is actually the most normal she's been in over a week. So very happy
That's
for that.
awesome.
I was getting off at like 9:45.
Well, Allie, we appreciate you coming back after a couple weeks. We know you've had a tough one. You missed Colorado, which really sucks. But guess what? Colorado's not going anywhere. Puppers aren't forever. And you guys
That's
spend time
the
with
thing.
her.
When I had to, because was it the first? No, it was the second. It's all been a blur. It's been really bad, actually. But one of the vet visits, I had a lot of hope, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna bounce back, and like,
Yeah.
I told my mom, I'm like, okay, so you got her for this situation and this. She's like, you're still going? I'm like, she's gonna be fine. And then when I got the MRI that it was a tumor on her brain, I'm just like, I'm not going. So I had text Laura and was just like, hey, I'm like, I can't make it to Colorado. I was heartbroken for both just because that's such a bucket trip list for me. And I'm like, this is gonna give me like some real great experience like with off-roading and things like that. And then like when I realized like how bad this actually was, I like had to take a step back. And from Laura, Jordan, and London, I got the most amazing text messages just saying like, we love you, we'll miss you type of a thing.
Yeah.
But it's this week has been hard. Like I thought I had more time, but so hug your dogs.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say.
ATN is a Indian or Pakistan.
What?
thing. Kelly was trying to find a link for the new channel because it's a nightmare because we don't have the name secured just yet. Allie, I think next year, what I think needs to happen is we all just go to Bronco Safari. What I think needs to happen next
I'm
spring.
thinking for both.
Nice. And I think it would be fun. Either way, you could fly out, drive out, whatever. Maybe nothing in my household. I know if Andy rewatches this, he's gonna give me shit because our stupid Colorado trip got canceled too this year. But maybe we can plan something fun like that.
I mean, and that's another thing too. And like, as long as I have my Bronco, the biggest thing I will preach to all of my customers, to everyone I talk to, is how awesome the Bronco community is. Like, I hate asking for help. Period. Ever. I'll never, like, I hate doing it. And the fact that so many people were like, yeah, you're riding with me. Like, yeah, you're doing this. Yeah, you're doing that. I'm just like, I felt so welcomed and just so like, just a part of everything. Not that I wasn't ever a part of the Bronco community. It was just a huge eye opener for me. And it was just one of those things, like, I was so pumped. But again, Maya will always take first priority over everything. So.
Right. Kelly just posted a link to our live channel that we have.
I know Blueford mentioned having trouble finding it. So
yes, until I get 100, and we've talked to Allie about this. Once you get 100, you can actually secure your name. It's something stupid that YouTube does, but they make it nearly impossible to find you until.
And Laura, I would be keeping. I'm not getting rid of Bucky. Are you serious? She's like, would you keep the Bronco in the F-150? Absolutely.
There was a Ranger Raptor question there. And there it is. A limited available.
And thank you, YouTube Car Spotters guy. We didn't get a chance to thank you for that. So we very, very much appreciate that.
And trust
Super
me,
chat.
It needs it.
Yeah, that whole premium gas. Yeah. We've been going on some just drive around town trips. So.
Yeah, I had whole stories planned for this episode. Will Ranger Raptor be limited availability? Well, it's already limited availability.
It's already limited.
Each dealership got one. I think what you guys probably found out now, whether you get more.
Yes.
But if you can find it, make friends with a salesperson. I would say if you find out and they're like, hey, yeah, we're just charging MSRP, get on their list. I'm sure they have a list by now. If you want one, they go through, and when it's time to pull one, if they go through that list, so maybe your name gets called on that. Definitely, we have one on order. And still have no VIN on it, which is fine. Well, I don't like to mention that, but we have two on order. Did we ever switch the colors on one of them?
I think so.
So I don't know our audience.
I think one of them's Azure Gray and one of them's the Shelter Green.
Yeah, so our audience didn't know this, but Ford made a cluster F of ordering these things initially. So initially it was going to be a retail order.
Yeah, first it was retail, and then they had to make it a customer order, and then it went back to retail.
Yeah,
I'm just like, so we have one of both. So whatever gets pulled, and like we told our rep what we did too. He's like, just cancel whatever one. He even said cancel whatever one doesn't get pulled. So it's like, do you even know what's going on? Because we
right. Do you have an idea of which one's pulling?
So when Allie told us this, I said, you know, it'd be fun. Change the color to our second choice. Change one of them. I don't care which one it is.
So, and then that way we'll know which one too.
They're both gonna look great.
Oh, 100%.
But so we have a 50-50 shot right now of getting the Azure Gray, which is we like that color quite a bit, and the launch color, which is Shelter Green. So
yeah.
It should be fun. Allie, anything on your social ends that you need to bring up besides people saying some nice words to you about puppers over there?
No, it's just been really nice. It was definitely not, I was not expecting that. There was I remember I had put my phone down for like an hour or two, and I came back. It was over 100 messages between Facebook, text messaging, calls, Instagram, and I was just like, holy. And then someone stopped my mom at her bar and was like, oh, I hope Wolf Dog's okay. And she's like, how do you know Wolf? Like, how do you know my daughter's dog?
Subscribed.
So it was very fun. It was very awesome. And it's very nice to know how many people, it's really cool to see how many people Maya's touched and things like that. And I'm like, you don't get that all the time. So it just kind of, it makes it more sad, but it makes it more special. So
for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, hopefully you get some good news that maybe she can hang around you for another month or two.
I'm hoping like another 10 years.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Be the
I'm still in denial.
super wolf dog.
Just clone her. We'll just
Yeah.
keep cloning her.
Yeah.
I forgot to say hi to Tim Bartz, and I know normally we do say hi to everybody on the
I
stream,
know,
but
and I'm so bummed I couldn't see Tim in Colorado.
I know it looks like they had a blast.
I
Can't wait.
yeah,
They dropped
I
a
know.
video. I think I saw some front camera that they dropped. I want to watch that video, and
Yeah, it was super cool.
But sorry,
What's going on?
come on, producer Kelly, push the button. I'm hearing from people at the dealership that the Colorado is having some transmission issues. Okay, I know there were some other issues. Yes, I've heard that they were having some computer the monitor, whatever you want to call the radio now, infotainment center. I know they were having a lot of issues with that, where it was freezing up, wouldn't come back on. I mean, they could do factory resets they could reset the vehicle and it was not coming on, and randomly they just come back. Yes, there have been some problems. That would be the first I've heard of transmission issues though.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
But Allie's all blurry again.
Yeah, you got blurry. There you go. This is how we fixed it before the show.
Sorry, y'all.
So Paul says, how dark is shelter green? So it is darker than eruption green.
I think we might have some video of it. Might be able to pull up real quick. And
Yeah, but you still won't be able to tell.
I know. I don't want to. I know Allie's tired. We don't want to keep Allie.
Sorry,
So
I'm
I have
doing-
pictures
I'm
on
doing
Instagram.
stuff too. So
I'll throw a fresh picture up on Instagram here in a few minutes. And
I love shelter green. More
Yeah, I
than
know,
eruption green.
I like it quite
Sorry,
a bit.
eruption
Mhm.
greeners. My bad.
No, I agree. Once I saw the eruption
just-
green
It is
versus
darker,
shelter.
but it's so different that I think that's why I like it.
Yes.
And Ford, I mean, granted, Ford doesn't do like too many minus Mustang of like the bright, obnoxious colors. But I will say they do have some really creative, darker colors, which I personally like those. I get why people want some of the crazy colors, but no.
So I forgot this was the one we reviewed was Azure Gray.
I thought you had pics in it of the.
We might. But we'll bring this up here real quick. And there we go. So this was the video we did of the launch of this. I'm hoping Ford invites us to. That old guy there was like, "Hey, you want to ride in this truck?" And I was like, "No," because I'm gonna want.
He's like, yes, but no.
Yeah, I was
No,
like,
I
"No,
drive it.
yeah," and that's what I told him. I was like, "No, the one I do is either going to be for the press drive of this thing, or." And I'm goofy. This video, I cannot explain how goofy excited I was.
It's funny I was wearing a green shirt.
Yeah, it was weird.
You're like a little kid in a candy store.
Oh, I was very happy. Very happy. And then I was very happy to make a certain press person very wrong when he was like, "Oh, it's going to have 35s on it. It's going to do this and that." And I was like, "Yeah, no, it's not." I don't think we have any pictures of it.
I'll be honest, I really liked that we were right and they were wrong.
Oh, of course. I love when the big press people, like we're idiots. But no, that thing's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'll post it on Instagram a picture of it. Let you guys see it, and I'll tease myself with it again.
Yeah.
Past that, we were going to talk about a little bit about our weekend, but I think having Tim on the show solved that issue. I think,
Jason Cameron said,
James
"Great show
Cameron.
tonight."
James
Sorry.
Cameron's on here.
I'm through my alcohol now.
No, but we had a fun, just a quick wrap up. We had a fun time with the Tennessee Bronco Club.
Mm-hmm.
We went to we were actually at Reba McEntire's farm.
Yeah, her old
Oh,
farm.
people.
Yeah.
What used to be her farm, and I'd known it was her farm, and I didn't realize that's where we were going. And they've turned it into a campground.
It's a campground. They've got these little A-frame,
That's so
little
cool.
tiny little cabins. So it's
Yep.
literally probably would only fit like
What was the name of the farm?
it was Starstruck Farms.
Starstruck Farms. That's right.
Starstruck Farms. So we went and met up. I think there was about 20 or so Broncos showed up from the from Tennessee, but most of us are really kind of from the middle Tennessee area. And had a good time there.
But
We
they've-
of course took the Mustang.
Yeah, we took. They love the Mustang.
Yeah.
So I put.
She didn't end up in too many pictures though, because everybody was worried about getting the Bronco pictures.
I we got bucked, which was fun. So
Yes.
but then I remembered, but I remembered that it was on so they put it on next to my light on the driver's side, the little
and then it was pitch dark by the time we got ready to leave.
The little ditch light that we put up there, and I forgot that it was up there, and I didn't realize till we were probably doing 70 miles an hour down the road. I was like, Kelly, did you grab that horse? And she's like,
she actually called me, or he actually called me and was like, did anybody grab the duck? And I was like, no. Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes.
Oops.
It was a duck horse. A horse duck.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we got bucked.
That's crazy.
That's so fun.
Wow.
But the Mustang was a big hit. Cars and Coffee a week or so ago was a big hit with the Mustang. A lot of love with the it's been nuts with the Mustang. I appreciate anybody who's been watching the Mustang videos. It does help make that car payment, which is coming up. So we greatly, and trust me, guys. Like, I'm gonna sell myself just real quick. I don't like doing this, but we have memberships on the channel. It's $5. At the end of the month, I think we make $100 on that. And that's me being honest. We don't make very much on that through all of our members. But believe it or not, that stuff all adds up and allows us to take chances, which is what the Mustang was for us. We took a chance on buying a $57,000 car with a $54,000 Bronco car payment. And then Kelly lost her job in the middle of all of this. So we've really taken a chance here. So we appreciate you guys taking a chance on the channel and showing us some support and watching those videos. That's at the end of the day, like, we love the super chats and stuff, and they mean a lot to us because you guys have taken very good care of us that way. But at the end of the day, just watching the video, smashing that like button is that is really a payment. So we greatly appreciate that. So, and that's on anybody's socials.
Yes.
You wouldn't believe, like, a little heart on one of Allie's photos or something. That goes a long way to those social media companies spreading the word that you're out there.
Yep.
We're also on Patreon, which I'm really contemplating doing away with memberships here on the channel and just forcing to go to Patreon, because Patreon doesn't take hardly any of the money.
Doesn't take as much.
And
as
unfortunately,
YouTube
takes half of the.
And we can still offer the same things over on Patreon.
Yep. So,
honestly, more things over on Patreon.
But we're thinking about that, and I hope you guys like the new format of this Monday nights with the Ford Talk. We're hoping.
We're not stopping Broncos, but.
Yeah, no, I love Broncos. Like I said, we have one. It's not going anywhere. Just like Allie's, it's not going anywhere. But we want to talk the brand.
We have a death wish coming, so.
Right. But that is tonight's show. We will end on a high note there. You guys, like you said earlier, I'm not a very religious guy, but some thoughts about Allie's puppy.
Yeah.
She's going to go get checked out this week, and hopefully we find news that she's going to last for another 20 years. So modern medicine might
it's possible.
Might do that. And
she's drugged and she's out.
And Ragnar Khan, honestly, I don't follow all the hurricanes and things, so definitely stay safe. Ragnar Khan says, someone tell Hurricane Lee to buzz off so I can work on my Bronco this weekend. So if you are in the path,
in the ocean,
definitely know that you guys are in our thoughts too.
Florida just went through that.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, it's that time of the year, for sure. So you guys are definitely in our thoughts.
And okay, I don't mean this the wrong way.
Come on, tonight, come on.
But Florida didn't get hit as bad as I thought. I mean, they got hit bad, but I thought thought it was gonna be a lot worse. I was I was expecting a lot more. And like, I don't mean that like I mean, it's a good thing it didn't hit as bad, but I was just the way they were talking, I thought there was nothing. I wanted
100%. And it's funny because
I'm like,
yeah, because sometimes they understate what's going to happen, and then it just hits so much worse, and then sometimes they overstate it.
Yeah, so I feel like if they overstate it, it just kind of like jinxes it, and then
100%.
It's not as bad for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why they're always wrong? No, I don't know.
Yes. So we will just say you guys are in our thoughts. And definitely stay safe out there.
I could not live in.
Keep us posted if your area does get hit, because we definitely like to check in on our community here to make sure that y'all are doing well.
Explorer Who Video says it seems like a number of channels have their talks on Monday night. We've been doing this one for over 2 years now.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a while.
Who you're watching through Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. They Tim moves around a lot. So I know him and Jill are always busy, but Mondays do seem to be popular there.
For sure.
So I think that's the show tonight. once again, Allie, you are in our thoughts and prayers over there. Hopefully, we get good outcome. And
I just want a little while longer without her in pain. That's all I care
That's
about.
right.
Yeah.
So.
That's it.
right. That's right. So once again, go to Allie's socials. You want to talk to her that way, go say hi to her that way, and let her know you
I
think about
post a lot
puppy
of pictures of Maya.
She does. She posts, and honestly, I don't bother her because I watch the updates. So I know she's super busy with everything. So I just kind of watch the updates, give my emoji responses and things like that to kind of savor those messages from coming in. So
and I felt so bad because like on Friday, actually my customer is from Murfreesboro. So they picked up their Bronco last Saturday and they knew what happened the night before because their sister and I are friends. And they were all bummed out that I might not like get to meet them. I'm like, no, like, especially when it comes to like the Bronco, not that I don't care about like every customer, but so many Bronco customers have waited so long. Like, I'd never met them in person. We talked, we text. Like, he had so many questions and he was like always so thankful that I answered them. He was truly bummed thinking like I wasn't going to be there. And he sent me like the nicest text message and I truly didn't get to it until today. And I apologized 50 times, but it was like, when he's like, dude, I get it. He's like, it sucks. He's like, that is the worst heartbreak you'll ever go through type of a thing. But he literally wrote like the nicest Google review, like wrote like how much more he loves his Bronco. He's like, I know you said you loved your Bronco, but like, I love this thing more than I ever thought I would. And he's not a Ford guy, period. So that was really cool to see too.
Yeah. There is Shelter Green, by the way.
Love it.
So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these badass Fords, yes, big bass Fords that we like to drive. This has been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host David Wood alongside Kelly and Miss Allie and Puppers back there.
Bye, Maya. See you later.
She's driving.
If I can find the right button, we're out. Peace, everybody.
See ya.